Sometimes I work with someone who only has 1 hour to spend reviewing their career with me, and I hesitate about what the best use of this time is. There are 5 key elements that add up to whether we're happy at work or not, and they can all be covered in 1 hour. In the end, however, most career specialists would agree that the critical issue revolves around career values. We can be quite happy in a job where there's a mismatch between the work and our skills and interests, but we are never going to be happy in an environment that does not suit our career values. Before I expand on career values, it's worth covering off on the other 4 elements. The first 2 elements relate to whether or not we're doing work that we like and that we're good at, skills and interests. Many Australians I've worked with have this aspect of their working life down pat. Our free and easy culture tends to allow school kids to pursue pathways that appeal to them, and they move from job to job throughout their lives, performing work that they enjoy and that they're good at. The third critical element to consider is whether the work we do suits our personality preferences. I, for example, have very poor attention to detail, so when I worked in corporate banking, my spreadsheets had far too many errors in them for my boss's liking. Mind you, when it was my head on the chopping block preparing the monthly board reports, I turned into the most meticulous checker you could ever imagine. I just needed a double scotch afterwards to recover. The second to last piece of the puzzle is to consider what sort of workmates you like. I use the famous Holland Code to help people think through this issue. Someone I worked with a few weeks ago described this very well. She said that she was able to connect with everyone. It's just that some people took a little bit more effort than others. But of all the analysis to complete, the most important is an examination of what are called your career values. We're not talking here about things like customer service or teamwork. What we mean is what work environment you need to be happy. My number 1 value is independence. I have a huge need to set my own pathway in life. This means that I either need a boss who's going to leave me alone, or that I work for myself, as I've done for the past 16 years or so. In my work as a career transition consultant, I sometimes work with someone who's very angry at the way their organisation has parted company with them. Once they've completed our exercise where they rank their top 7 career values, I ask them whether those values were satisfied in their previous job. And quite often, once they've completed this simple telling analysis, they realise they weren't happy there anyway. More than any counselling I could provide, this exercise can help the person start to come to terms with the abrupt change in their working life. There are many websites where you can access this exercise. We use the famous Nowdell card sorts, but just Google career values and you'll be on your way. And of course there's always Richard Bowles' famous book, What Colour is Your Parachute? I read it many years ago when I was bored in my last job and not sure of where to head next. Richard inspired me to make a radical change, one which I've never regretted. The exercise should take you no more than 10 or 15 minutes to complete, but it can give you so much. Not just information, but a possible catalyst for more happiness and satisfaction in your career. We spend so much time at work, it's worth doing our best to be in a place which suits our career needs. And of course, we're happy to talk through your analysis with you. Just pick up the phone and give us a call.